Shalom, shalom. This is Robert McDuffie bringing you the third direct line of comparison between Moshe and the prophet who was prophesied to come in Deuteronomy, or Debarim, 18:18. The prophet who would be like Moshe, whom the children of Israel, all the children of Israel, would listen to. And the third line of comparison I want to bring to you is that Moshe, the prophet's name, was given his title by another and not his parents. He was named by the daughter of Pharaoh, and he went on to fulfill his prophetic destiny. Moshe means to be drawn up out of the water. That's what he was named in Shemot 2:10, or Exodus 2:10. 80 years later, Moshe would continue to fulfill his prophetic destiny when he would lead the people of Israel out of the parted waters of the Yam Su, or the Reed Sea. That's found in Exodus or Shemot 14. And he would also draw water from the rock by striking it, which he did in the first time in Exodus 17:1-7. So Moshe means drawn up out of the water, and we see his prophetic destiny being fulfilled all throughout his life. But Moshe was not the name that was given to him by his birth parents. It was the name that was given to him by the princess of the Pharaoh's house when she drew him up out of the Nile River. In the same way, the prophet who was to come, the first century rabbi, Yahoshua of Nazareth, who was the founder and ringleader of the sect of the Nazarenes, the Jewish sect of first century Israel, he was also given his title by another who was not his birth parents. In the Brit Hadashah, the Jewish scriptures of the Christian community that was written by Jewish authors, in Matthew chapter 121, the Jewish disciple of the Nazarenes, he said that the messenger from heaven, whose name is Gabriel, was the one who named Yahoshua. And he told him in Matthew 1:21 that his name should be called Yahoshua because he will save his people from their sins. And that is what his name means. His title of birth was given by the angel of heaven, and it means Yahweh is our salvation. Yeshua is the short form for the Hebrew word salvation or deliverance all throughout the Tanakh, through the Torah and the other scriptures of the Tanakh. And so we find his name is given by the messenger of heaven, and the fullness of the title of his name, Yahoshua, like Yahoshua that followed after Moshe, the captain of the armies of Israel, the general Yahoshua that led the Israelites into the promised land. His name also means Yahweh is our salvation. So we have two prophets, the prophet Moshe, the prophet Yahoshua, and both of them were given their known names, not by their parents, but Moshe by a title of royal nobility from the Pharaoh's daughter, the princess of Egypt, and Yahoshua by a messenger sent from the throne of Elohim to bestow upon the prophet the name Yahweh is our salvation, for he shall save his people from their sins. And again, that's found in Matthew 1:21 in the Nazarene scriptures by the Jewish author Matthew. Again, this is Robert McDuffie. That's our third line of direct comparison. Shalom, shalom.